American Ever After presentation. Idaho, wake up. Are you potato heads over there awake? Have you heard this? Look, I got this article. I want to play this. You can probably hear it in the background. I got some crude video here, but I want you to listen to this. This is by an internet site. Listen to what they say in this video. This is by WatchmanVideoBroadcast.com.
This article and a series of articles that goes with it. And I was alarmed. Idaho to be first Chinese state. Governor Butch Otter in league with notorious Marxist Barack Hussein Obama, this is his words by the way, have hatched a plan to make Idaho the first Chinese-owned state in America. Otter and company have named this Project 60. There's a 6 there. Sounds innocent enough until you realize that Otter and his minions are afraid to call it what it is. Globalization of America and surrender of sovereignty. He's right on this.
Otter.
If it were called that, someone may want to charge Otter with sedition. Under Barack Hussein Obama, it has become increasingly difficult to do business in America unless you are from a foreign nation. Idaho, under the stewardship of Governor Butch Otter,
are you hearing that, Idaho?
For a Chinese invasion, wherein the sovereignty of Idaho and America will be sodomized by all parties involved.
Hello.
He goes on to say, Project 60 takes advantage of a federal program that grants federal program. This is something your congressman, your president, and everybody else agreed to and said, we think this is a good idea. Okay? Remember, Timothy Geithner is going around the world constantly begging all these other nations, including China. Hillary Clinton went over there herself, begging these nations, including China, and especially China, not to call the loans that are out on this country.
Are you hearing this?
Not to pull them and say, okay,
are you hearing this, guys?
Right now. Begging them not to do that. Begging them to keep the dollar stable. When the American worker and the American
you live in Idaho?
Are no longer capable,
I mean, China-ho?
And it is by our own actions. Our own actions or the actions of our politicians, when we're no longer able to sustain our own economy.
Do we need to hear any more of this? Do I need to keep playing this for you guys?
I'm going to show you some Bible on this.
Are you awake yet?
You need to see this. So anyway, it's a federal program that grants permanent residency to foreign nationals.
You do need to hear this.
Chinese. This program comes with special tax exemptions to the foreign firms moving here. American companies
talk about moving to Idaho.
Exemptions. So much for the Constitution and equal protection. Idaho is struggling financially, and it is widely known that America is broke, so why tax breaks for the Chinese? China wants to limit its exposure to America's debt. China needs to maintain its trade deficit so it does not collapse like a house of cards. In order to
if you live in Idaho, you better post this to everybody you know.
Buying Idaho is a good way to accomplish this, but do not worry. China is looking to buying Ohio, Michigan, and Pennsylvania as well. China will not allow its currency to become
they're talking about, let's focus on Idaho right now, guys.
IOUs. What better way to do this than buy America? Top Idaho officials have been traveling to China and entertaining the Chinese here in order to help facilitate this.
They're helping them. They're just letting them come into this country.
And as does Obama, who keeps snatching Idaho land. Otter, Obama, and the attack on business in America.
Are you hearing that?
Way for China own us.
Did Obama buy some land from you in Idaho?
In America Falls, Idaho. Ironic. China has bought 50 square miles of land south of Boise.
South of Boise.
Acres of Idaho gone to foreign nationals.
30,000 acres.
Reinvigorate our American industrial base. Just how this will do it, since the plants will be staffed.
South of Boise. Do you live in Boise? You live in Boise, Idaho?
I want you to look at the Chinese flag for a minute.
Look at that.
Okay? It's
look
very,
at that.
very important. China wants to construct a 50 square mile self-sustaining city south of Boise, Idaho. Thanks to the trillions of dollars that the Chinese have made flooding our stores with cheap products, China is now in a position of tremendous economic power. So what
you believe that?
With all that money? One thing that
most people won't do anything until it's happening in their own backyard, huh? You live in Boise? Wake up, Boise! Pretty soon they're going to have all-you-can-eat buffets next door. That was kind of racist, but come on. Wake up, America. This is to be the first state of China.
China National Machinery Industry Corporation. Sinomatch, or Sinomog for short,
Sinomog,
plans to construct a technology zone south of Boise Airport, which would ultimately be up to 50 square miles in size. The Chinese Communist Party is the majority owner of this company, so the 10
this
to
needs to be
30,000
repeated,
acre
guys.
self-sustaining city that is being planned would essentially belong to the Chinese government. The planned self-sustaining city in Idaho would include manufacturing facilities, warehouses, retail centers, and large numbers of homes for Chinese workers. Basically, it would be a slice of communist China dropped right into the middle of the United States.
Wow, wake up, guys, wake up.
The idea would be to build a self-contained city with all services included. It would be modeled after the special economic zones that currently exist in China. Perhaps the most famous of these zones is Shenzhen. Back in the 1970s, Shenzhen
Alright, I gotta
just a
stop
very
this.
small
I can't do this
fishing
anymore.
village. Today, it is a
That's enough evidence for me, guys. Hey, look, are you one of these folks that say, hey, I ain't gonna do nothing until it's happening in my own backyard? Well, wake up, Idaho. It's happening in your backyard. How about Boise? You live in Boise, you live up there on the bench? You know about the Boise bench? Are you a Bronco? Well, you better start kicking like a fucking Bronco right now. Wake up, America. This is reality, okay? Reality at its finest. Did you hear that? Again, guys, link that video, okay? I gave you the name of it in this beginning of this, okay? This is it. I can't make this anymore. This is the first Chinese state of America, guys. I apologize again for losing my cool, but, you know, how much longer are we going to wait until we do something as a country? You know, if you're listening out there, I think this is one of the most important links that we could possibly be putting out there right now. You need to tell everybody you know. If you know somebody that lives in Idaho, somebody that lives maybe in Boise, how about Nampa, Caldwell, Twin Falls, Idaho Falls, Pocatello, anywhere. Pretty soon, that you start with that, you know, they're going to spread like, you know, wildfire, you know. It's unreal what's going on in this country. I can't sit here idly by and just let this happen. So this is a wake-up call for all of Idaho. If you live in Idaho, heck, if you live in America, do you live in this country right here? Well, then you need to wake up, because it starts with Idaho, and they were talking about other states, taking over other states, guys. You know, they've already purchased a lot of this country already. How much longer do you think? You know, you need to look. I want to bring up this, I don't know all the specifics, but there was an act in 1997 that was passed between China, the United States, and Russia that stated if the dollar ever collapsed, that they be able to come into this country and take what was rightfully theirs. Have you done any homework? Have you looked on the internet recently and seen how many troops that we have in our country, foreign troops that we have in this country, Russian troops? How about all those troops, those Chinese troops sitting on the border of Mexico, probably waiting to come right to Idaho, huh? What do you think, Idaho? Are you ready for 250,000 Chinese troops to come banging on your door, saying they're ready to take theirs, what's rightfully theirs? Wake up, America. This is it. This is the takeover. This is happening, guys. This isn't something that's, you know, I'm going to wait until this is happening in my own backyard. It is happening in your backyard. Wake up, Idaho. Tell somebody you know. You know what? Don't be just some potato in the ground. Stand up for your country. Do what's right. Idaho is supposed to be one of the best, or one of, if not the best state in the nation for surviving as far as location. That's a little giveaway. But hey, I'm an American. I love my country. I want to save my Americans. So come to this state. Come to Idaho. Come to the state of Idaho. Meet the Chinese here. Let them take it over. How about every American meets them in Idaho to begin with? Wake up, America. What else can I say to you guys? Chinese country. City. Right out the side of Boise. Come on, guys. How much closer does it need to get before they're knocking on your door? You know? I can't say anything else. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for hitting this video. I appreciate it. This is America Ever After. Wake up, America.